I think we can start the session. So yeah, people want to join, they will join. Uh,
Okay, very good. Well,
okay.
nice to meet you, everyone. Really is a pleasure to be here with you.
I want to first of all introduce yourself. So then, yeah, I will pass you the floor to you. Yeah. So hello everyone. So Sifat, you can record the session. I think start the record.
The record
No,
is on.
I'm doing one of my member to record it. So yeah,
Okay,
Sifat, you can start the record right now. So yeah. So hello
yeah.
everyone. I'm Sifat. I'm really excited to be here. We are really honored to have our special guest, Salvador. And today our session topic is planetary health and youth leadership for a sustainable future. So, welcome all of you to Pranobonto Bangladesh, a youth led organization working on health, education, and peace worldwide, globally. And uh, uh, today we have, so at first, good morning, good evening, whatever based on your situation, please accept it. Uh, So today we have a very special guest, Salvador Castell González. So let me introduce him a little bit. So Salvador Castell González is the director of Vapor La Tierra, an international environmental initiative focused on sustainability, education, and planetary health. He is a marine biologist with advanced academic training in uh, genomic biotechnology and ongoing research in biochemistry and molecular biology. Salvador is a strong advocate for youth-led environmental leadership and believes that young people can key drivers of sustainable and systematic change. He has extensive experience working on planetary health, water security, climate resilience, and environmental justice, especially in climate vulnerable regions. So now, let's warmly welcome to our special guest, Salvador Castel Gonzalez. So, warm welcome, Salvador. This is your floor now. Thank you.
No, thank you all. Thank you for being here. Here is 8:30 a.m. It's in the morning, and at the other side of the world, no? It's amazing that digital ecosystem can connect us, and we can make our action possibilities in our well-being could be together. But let me show you some things I prepare for you, because I think we need to work together, and we need and the primacy of my project is the knowledge, like the fire, the light. I don't want to speak about wrong or bad about people, but we need more knowledge in action and less words streaming. We need to make a proposals. Yeah, we need to say, hey, please don't pollution my river. But we don't. We we know we need to know about the solution for we will clean our river or how not pollute our river. No, let me explain a little here. Yeah, I really appreciate, and I gonna where is that? But the field is usually we speak about planetary health. We but this topic is related with people with money, rich countries. And the planetary health is not an urgent agenda, it's our collective survival. The countries, the people with that is most in danger about not planetary health are us. the global south. And we need to speak about that. No? We need to refine what is that. And I think we can start saying, let's make things happen. And we find my trajectory, I always promote the knowledge, and we are very recognized about that because we don't only fight, we propose law, technology, science, education programs, and that is what we are going to recognizing about the global. No, I'm gonna pass this very fast because I need to become my certifications, but I wanna stop one moment with you. What do you think? Are you really worried about the climate crisis, the global warming, the post-COVID era? And it's interesting for me that we are losing the scope. What is important? We speak a lot of COVID-19, what happened, how to prevent, no entry H2, and there was economic recession that caused the COVID-19. But we don't speak about the recession, the impact of climate change. That is immense, bigger than the recession and the COVID-19. But for the beginning, I want to speak with you, and we need to define what is health. Yeah, according to the World Health Organization, the health is more than only I'm not sick, and it has to be with the well-being, with the mental health, the physiological health. But now the health definition is change, and it's a thing about adaptation. The adaptation is the capability of our organism to survive and have a good metabolic and functional on an environment. Is the balance in the body and the environment, but not only we can survive, our body is fine in this place. It has to be congruent with the environment and the organism. What we say when we are not aquatic organism, we can live in water. We need to breathe there. And finally, the relations between us, family, social, and with other species. No, we have a very bad relation with a bat. This bat probably he signed us with COVID-19, and then what is important is when this balance lost the imbalance, and we need to have some problems about our health. This when we have an imbalance is when we call and we say we are sick, we are in disease. Yeah, well, but I want to show you something. We have a particular definition of sustainability. Everybody says to us the sustainability is the interrelation between societies, economies, and environments. Yeah, when we about it, we need to define what is environment. Environment is the physical, social, economic condition of a circumstance on a place, a community or a time in which a living being develops. What this means, it's all the death components of everywhere. It's not light, is the pH, is the light, is the temperature, is the humidity, not light. Then we need to change what we talk about environment, because we are defending the dead part of ecosystem, the dead part of the nature. We need to change this to some other definitions that are more accurable, not adjusted, like nature, like ecosystem, like habitat. In which, and historical, the world teach us that the sustainability is this point in the middle of economy, societies, environment. But usually the economy is up of the relation. And this is the principal cause of we are in this problem of climate change or the degradation of our planet. We think, if we defend, that we know relation, the development needs to be equitable, viable, legal. In this moment, in the equilibrium is the human right of health environment. But if we disappear the economies, the humans are still there, and maybe the nature be positive change if then no more economy in the world. In other way, if the human disappear, the nature maybe is very, very, very grateful, and the economy disappear. But if nature disappear, all disappear. Then we need at this sustainable development propose ecocentric propose where the humans are only a little part of nature, in economy is only a little part of the human. Then it's no, what we define like sustainability 1.1 because it's people and nature based. But if we talk about that, health connects all species in the planet. We can think, one of, we know now if something happens in Amazonia, in Bangladesh, in Korea, has a global impact. Not the problem states regional in artificial regional lines and translate to the world, and we can be part of the consequence, like the climate change, the warmer, and the global warming. When we are focusing the alt, we speak about egocentric, and we change to ecocentric paradigm. We can say another definition that are important. We don't need a health environment. When we like looks the environmental health, we really are talking about environmental health, yeah, because health environment is some when the environment, the ecosystems is good for us. Then we need a health environment for humans, for the biodiversity. This is a very, very anthropocentric point of view because we always want to everything be for us, no? But we just talk about health environment, we can define like this way. Even us is it has some part or some impact when it's only for me a example. The drink water drink, yeah. We need 2.5 liters a day. We drink too much water or too less water, we can have some impact in our health. Yeah. When this impact is prolonged and too much, we can decline and even the programming that the cells, the plants, the bacteria, everywhere. We have some comfortable way of interaction with environment, with resources, with everything we need living. When we change that, we don't have access or we have excess access. We can say that everything in excess is bad and everything in less than we need is bad too. No? This change of the world, the climate change, the global warming, has been a really, really dangerous for the biodiversity for the planet. And we are in the sixth massive extinction. This current global extinction has one of the worst tasks in the story of the planet, but the planet has a very catastrophic events in the past. No, where we are the catastrophic event for the planet. No, we are changing everything, and we're making the planet and biodiversity is lost, is weak. And the extinction of a lot of animals, principal amphibians and corals are the principal affected of the change. You know? So we have some other problem, the global warming. Now, in the 2020, what the world warming share on record. We break everyday records in ocean warming, in atmosphere warming, and we are ruining to abysm, climatic abysm, and we are not doing anything. But we're speaking then about refining health. Are some definitions new that is trying to be a good word for planet conservation. One of them is the conservation medicine. The conservation medicine speaks or study the relation of medicine, like human medicine. If the patient was a planet or the ecosystem, how we can make about prevention and correction, medical the principles prevent and restore our planet. This is a relation between the public health and the animal health and vegetables. When we speak about that, the first thing we can think is the zoonosis. Is the perfect example about that because when the animals are sick, they can sick human. If they can sick human, we can have another pandemic, another COVID-25, COVID-19, no? We have in the story of lines of zoonosis and pandemics, say that the degradation of quality of the planet is related with the apparition of zoonosis of pandemics. Then, when we careful, our planet is diminishing. We can have more pandemics and more and stronger and in frequency. Yeah, this is a problem that we are trying to do. How is this? Well, the appearance, so the zoonosis appearance or reappearance is related first with us, the Homo sapiens, and the first convivence with agents like microbes and virus, algae, and other pathogens that can sick us. And first was from other animals, yeah? Could be domesticated animals like birds, dogs, cats, chickens, or could be wildlife, no? All the wildlife in nature. The problem is we have some ecological and environmental factors that make us potential these factors of appearance of zoonosis, like global warming, like pollution, habitat loss, the ecological imbalance. When you might, by the other way, the biological factors and socioeconomic, come like that the biodiversity loss and plasticity. Plasticity is when in a population there is no more the poor genetic, the birth of genetics has lost. Then it's when one of the members of the population of the community is sick, everybody is sick. Then we can when our diversity is high, maybe one sick, maybe one to die, but the rest of the community survives. When the plasticity is lost, the biodiversity is lost, maybe the population can be extinct. So it has to see the poor health. The poor health is related with less food, less water, stress, warm stress, environmental stress, and the animals, including us, will be sick. No, even all has another characteristics that can stress off, like job, money, child, family. You know, a lot of things can stress us. In this compromise of our immune system, in nuestro and or physiological balance. But well, according to this, one discipline has emerged, and this is One Health. The problem is that One Health was kidnapped by the veterinary and animal studies, and One Health now practically only studies zoonosis, and the conservation, the planetary health is too much more than only the zoonosis. Has to see principle the prevention way. A healthy planet, less zoonosis. Here the line is detect the new zoonosis. And we are not doing nothing for the animal don't be sick. This is the discipline of One Health has some system that is recreated or designed about how we respond with the new pandemic. We have a really big problem because one people sign can be all around the world in a couple of hours because we are hyper connected with the lines, the planes and the flights. And that's a problem we need to act very, very fast. In the global warming and the world over risk, according with the Monetary Fund, we have another problem. No? The first is the misinformation and disinformation is the principal risk around the world because we are inundated, we are under a lot of information, but not or usually is or disinformation or information manipulated. Then we need to talk about the reality of data, the science, the knowledge has to be the light. And in dangers, we have the extreme weather events like sequía, the dry, the hurricane, the hurricane, typhoon, the critical change to Earth system, the jungle are not more jungle are deserts. The diversity loss and ecosystem collapse in natural resource shortage is the planet lost the capability of reintegrate the natural resources that can satisfy our needs. Yeah. Yes, and then we need to worry about that, the planetary health, because we are in a moment especially critical to can prevent all these events, all these situations, all these risks in dangers be the principal cause of our destination. Then, what is planetary health? The planetary health involves all the other concepts, the animal health, vegetable health, the public health, the ecological health, the conservation medicine, and try to promote the good health in the planet with regeneration, the techniques, conservation, and protecting the environment. Even the international waters or international space are the zones that now we are lack of the legislation. These are nobody planned. We propose three kinds or three principal kind of solutions for a sustainable footprint, like based on science and technology, based on nature, and based on education. These solutions can be used and is proposed to promote or provoke the sustainable development. This year, we are working the new agenda. The Agenda 2030 was another fracas, was a K file, a Word file again, not a first. And put us in the in April of this year was the publish our common agenda. Our common agenda is a interesting thing because recognize why the international justice, uh, second recognition of food regenerations, the people that has not born yet is legally protected around the world with this according of common agenda. But well, do you know some too many countries sign the agreements, the sign and the do or the action has a lot of work to do. And the right of the health environment, yeah. We have to have a little memory about the sustainability definition. But in 2021, the Organic for Human Rights of UNITE recognized the human right to a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment, making the agendas of human rights the world global right, and speak about the paper of the sustainability like a right, because no sustainability, no people in the future. It's legally blinded, but what do you think? Again, the people make what always the word surprised me. In 2022, the General Assembly of the United Nations recognized the human right to clean, healthy, and sustainable development. They removed the safe situation. This is a problem because when we speak about safe on a risk, we can speak about a very, very good thing that this is protection, civil protection. The civil protection is legally blended and is regulated around the world. So when they remove the no risk in the right, they remove the obligatory thing, and this when we are trying to promote the recognition of the no risk environment. What is the paper we chose? Well, First, three things I want to say. We are not enemies. The adults are not the enemy. Are part of the problem, yeah, but we all are part of the problem, but we are also part of the solution. And we need to work together. The climate change, the climate crisis is a universal and inclusive problem. Everybody, everyone around the world has to be part of the consequence of the climate change. What is planetary seeds? What is it is a our educational and principal program of Papua Terra, my ONG, that promote the knowledge in action. We make people act because with knowledge of what can do to remain to solve the problem, not only speak about the problem. I, I want to say, no, we don't have problem to say we have a problem, but we always try to work and to co-design a solution. We need solutions because 50 or more years, we are talking about the environment, the pollution, but we don't do nothing. We need to do. What is the sense of the Planetary Seeds program? We're empower young people and communities. And I want to say something. Youth for us is not a age situation. It's an attitude, action situation. People of all ages that want to change the world are young people for because they are still rebel, they are still reactive. When I try to generate belonging and collective action using methodologies like gamification, symbolic narrative, participation, certification, even professional certification that you can use for work, for a better world, and with institutional legitimacy, yeah. But zero change is a living laboratory. See? Also, leadership and communication designed to transform vulnerability into collective and regenerative strength. We want to say one thing. We don't think that people born vulnerable. The system makes the people be vulnerable. We need to change that. And that we are here because here, from Dhaka to Dakar, or from Merida, where I am, Merida, Yucatan, Mexico, to Maputo, we are the custodians of planetary health. Let us live together and provoke and activate and regenerate, like the slogan of, of the people here in Bangladesh and invite us. I kindly remind for you and just let's make the things happen. Or community growth, drop by drop, people by people. What else can we solve? I want to invite you to be part of Planetary Seeds or the education program. I want to invite you to be part of the movement, not like part of Bapuratera. We don't think we are the perfect or the best ONG of the world. We love and we know we need to work together to change the world. And that we think that we are a catalyst or provoking potential your actions, and you could provoke us to be a better and global world. Thank you very much. I'm open for questions, comments. This is my email.
Yes, sure. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Salvador, for your exciting session. What a tremendous session it was, especially your slide, colorful pictures back to back. And you know that today morning I just memorizing all the animal scientific names. So you show something that will help my I get some information from your slide that will help my upcoming exam. So it was really an amazing session. Uh, so today I have a question. Uh, we can have open the question answer session to now. So I have a question right now. The, uh, from your research perspective, how can the concept of planetary health be practically applied in developing countries like Bangladesh, where climate vulnerability is high but resources are limited?
Well, the first thing I think we need to do always, we can make a applied project is we need to detect the poverty or the vulnerability of the rich. Then we analyze and search for solutions. I make the vulnerability an opportunity. When we make the vulnerability an opportunity, we can make a big change. But it's important, really, really important to detect what is a cause, what is a consequence. Usually the programs attain consequence, and we do not solve nothing. Not, clean a beach is not worth. We need to stop polluting the beach. Yeah, we speak about what we need to do. We find a vulnerability or a poverty of a region, and now we need to establish some canon, some principles for the development. One is nation harmony. We can, or we don't need to change the nature. We need to be a better world. By example, we can make a good alimentary production with some technology. We don't need to dismount or destroy jungle for more car or more food. We need to make the territory that we have transformed than be practical, than be efficient. Now, we need to remember something. The planetary health evolves our health. We are part of the planet, we are part of the nature, and we need to find the equilibrium with the development and conservation. And that's important is to change the concept of felicity. The felicity concept is a butching concept. We need to buy to be happy. That's a wrong, it's very wrong stuff. We need to speak about the well-being, the human rights. I have work, I got food, my home, don't need more. We can be in equilibrium and peacefully with the country, with the territory, with our planet. And we, in one of the other stuff we always think about that is that we usually think what we do doesn't import. That's not true. Everything is part of the collective action, but we need to be together and informed to make a efficient and really impactful action. Yeah, that's it. We think we say about that. The planetary health is hard to measure. It's a new discipline, but we can compare the healthies of no people ecosystems where no people living, and this we can be our healthy environment or healthy ecosystem. We can try to imitate or restore to this place. I think I answered it.
Yeah, you are right. You're absolutely right. I have a second question is, if you redesign environmental education for the next generation, what core element would you prioritize for ensure long-term planetary health?
Well, that's a hard. But we need to change how we resolve the things. Around the world now, one of the most emergent healthy problems is the eco-anxiety. The child people, the child, they don't know what to do because the planet is going to abyss. It's bad. In where we all see that the world is not doing anything, nothing. It's doing nothing. What we do? Well, the proposal around the world is change anxiety for action. Yeah. Then what we need to do when it's not only you wake up with your coat and go to the jungle and plant a seed. Is what I gonna plant, what is the use of this plant, what we can do with this plant. And we make a transversal project. We can make the planetary health is intrinsic on our decisions, and we don't know. That's the trait of all of that. Insert value and ethical seeds that make you respect the planet, and all your actions go to respect the planet. Then in this way we can promote the planetary health, and you don't know you are doing planetary health. That we believe is that because we when something or somebody say us, you need to do, we don't do. When it's obligation, we don't. Then it's easy for us, easy by microlearning. It's very important microlearning, because the TikTok destroy our brains. And then we can make insertion of values lesson by lesson. When you check 2 or 3 months later, the youth or students, not all youth, change their mind, because we speak about data and the reality, no make a pink actions, no flowers. We speak about true and true actions that have a true and effective consequence. No? That is very important, because people now need to see the knowledge has some applicable in the world, in my work, in my home, for my child. Knowledge only for knowledge is not, it's not important for people now, because the time is the one thing we don't have. We need to move, we need to work, we need a lot of things, and we need to the all the knowledge we catch is crucial. That is on the, we can make a lot of pedagogical and neurological techniques for make in promote from the education program the planetary health.
Yes, absolutely. And I think storytelling also can be impactful for this situation.
Yes, but we don't like the storytelling,
Absolutely.
because
This is
storytelling is a promotion of pain. Usually pain. We are making money with the suffering of people. Or we are looking about polluted river. We need, or we have three new kinds of telling. One is action telling. We are the same narrative, but we speak about how to do to be better in that place. No, planetary telling is an educational and chat with a term, with a knowledge of our planet, and solution telling. With is a telling, is a narrative. We spoke about how we can resolve this problem. Yeah. Then we prefer to, well, I don't like to speak about pains. We speak about action people doing, and knowledge for action, and how to solve the problem. And we don't like to speak the storytelling. I think has been perverted a lot of the way. We can see a lot of news. We are impact titles. They use our emotions for clickbait. We need to change that.
absolutely, you are right. Absolutely. So, does anybody have any questions from this? I think you know that now today's number is very lower, because it could be 100 participant today, but because of our upcoming event is coming, so Bangladeshi youth are so excited to celebrate it. So this is the first time, and I don't know why people are so excited. So that's why people are very busy in my country right now. So that's why they could not join. But we will share with them the record, so they can watch the full session. Yeah. So does anybody have any question right now?
Yeah, and don't worry, we can make this 20 times you want. We need to make the
Yeah.
knowledge
Yes.
democratizing.
And we are excited. We would like to collaboration between Pranobonto Bangladesh and Vapor Tierra. Yes.
Vapor la
I
Tierra
I
translation is fight for the earth.
yes,
Hmm?
because we
Okay.
have I have lots of countries member in Pranobonto Bangladesh, more than 16 countries. So I think we can create a very impactful in our society, in our world. So yeah, I will discuss with you about the collaboration. So yeah, if anybody have any question, you can ask right now. Yeah, Jacob, you have any question? Jacob, then Usmane. Yes, Jacob, please continue your question.
Yes. I don't have much to say, but except to thank the man for the dedication that he has taken us through. Some of us are very much glad to hear that because it is something that we always want to share with people to let them know that their health is their wealth. And so, without taking good care of themselves and then taking good care of the environment, there will be sicknesses that will worry them all the time, that will affect them in their development and other things. And so, I am very much glad to be part of this great education. Thank you.
Yes, by the way, Jacob is from Ghana, from African countries. So I can some African members are join here today. Yeah.
That's amazing, Jacob. And we need to be part of the solution. If every one of us share the information, we prepare infographies, we prepare notes, news, we can make and break the algorithm of Facebook that want to show us only trash, no? Only trash in my wall. We need to change that. If we all share that, we can change the world. I think the strength of us is we are the people that is suffering all these things. No, we can be a really united front to change that. Hmm? Okay.
Okay, well, so that's it. So we need to intensify the campaign because it looks, even in Ghana here, it's like the youth don't care about what they consume. They are eating anything anyhow, which is affecting their health. And so these days, when you come, you see young guys, young ladies having stroke or BP or chronic diseases that are worrying, impeding their progress. And so the health aspect is very, very important that we need to intensify so that people will know what to do, what and what to do to take care of themselves, especially with regards to the environment. Because if the environment is dirty, if the environment, especially in Africa here, our gutters are the ones breeding mosquitoes that are affecting us. And so, how do we do away with the mosquitoes? It's coming together as a community and clean our environment. That one will defeat the mosquitoes. And so, without involving communities and involving individuals and other things in this type of education, it will be very, very difficult. So that's why, like I said, I'm very happy to be part of this education. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Well, I want to say you something. Vaporatera is not only me. There are a lot of youth leaders that have been recognized by the United Nations, by PNUMA, a lot of international. Not in Mexico, usually the people award of outside of countries, no, outside of towns. But the really interesting thing here is because the only difference of us with other organizations is that before we be to the streets and say we want to change, we we grow the capabilities of our people. We make our education, oral, when speech, better oratory, and a lot of things. Then our leaders are really prepared for a work in knowledge and personal capability for formation, right? But I think other stuff. And when I think it's not only me, there are a lot of PhDs about everything, law, agriculture, water. Then we need a problem. We say, we recall the specialists of all age, and we have the true or information is real, or at least real for now. Maybe tomorrow new investigation say research say another thing. Well, when now is the best of the solution, no? And another thing we need to consider always is the local development. The local is the local development thinking in the global situation. Then we need people from territory. If I go to Bangladesh, maybe I can do the best because I don't know. I don't know how the territory, the people, the culture, the customs, etc. We need local people working with all this knowledge graph. Yeah, and then we can work better. We don't have the answers. We build answers together. That's what we do in Vaporature. That's we are now pretty recognized about Latin America and some in global south. We work without you. Same. No, no more important people. We all the opinions, all the knowledge, the original towns, the people, the community, indigenous communities are very, the ancestral knowledge is very important for us too. Yeah, we are we try to be universal and inclusive in all the ways. We are learning because we are learning every day. But we can do well. We are very excited to start working 2 or 3 years. We are trying to open the Asia and Africa chapters of Vapor La Tierra, and we think we are in the right way. We can start working in locally very very soon. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. So I think nobody have any question right now. Uh, so we can end this now right now, I think.